So you've got this amazing, meticulously crafted plan for a safe journey, right? But here's the thing. A plan is just a piece of paper. Or, well, a digital file these days. Today we're talking about the real deal, execution. How do we take those lines on a chart and turn them into a real, live voyage out on the open sea?
And Captain Cruven just nails it with this quote. We're officially moving from the drawing board to the bridge. This is it. The moment theory smacks right into reality. It's where the officer on watch takes command, but, and this is key, they're not going it alone.
So let's get into it. The first phase of any journey, of course, is getting underway. And in the world of modern navigation, that means firing up your most important partner for the entire trip.
And here it is. This is the Electronic Chart Display and Information System, or ECADS for short. But I want you to completely reframe how you think about this. Don't just see it as some piece of equipment or a tool. I want you to think of it as your digital co-pilot. Seriously, it's an active partner that's right there with the officer on watch every single nautical mile of the way.
Okay, so if this is our co-pilot, how do we, turn it on? How do we get it in the game? Well, it's a super simple but absolutely critical procedure that officially kicks off the monitoring part of the voyage.
It's literally as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, you select the route you've already planned out so carefully. Next, you choose your starting waypoint, where you're kicking things off. And finally, you hit that big button, Start Monitoring. Boom! That one click is the moment the whole digital journey goes live.
And you know it's working because the system gives you this super clear, can't-miss-it visual cue. The entire route you planned, it just starts glowing, usually bright red, right there on your screen. There's zero doubt. The co-pilot is engaged, and the journey is officially live.
Okay, our co-pilot is active, we're underway. Now we need to understand what it's trying to tell us, right? Let's take a quick look at the essential info it's feeding us. Think of it like learning to read your co-pilot's dashboard. All right, of all the numbers and data popping up on that screen, there's one that is king. It's called XTE, or cross-track error. So what is that? In the simplest terms, it tells you if you're drifting. Are you perfectly on that line you drew? Or are you a little to the left, a little to the right? It's your real-time distance from the plan, your constant reality check. It is the most critical number.
But it's not just about where you are right now. The dashboard is also looking ahead. It's constantly telling you key stuff like the direction and distance to your next waypoint or turn. It'll show you the time to go or TTG until you get there, and of course your ETA, the estimated time of arrival. This is all stuff that helps you stay ahead of the ship mentally.
But, a really good co-pilot doesn't just sit there and feed you numbers. They also speak up when things are about to go sideways. And this is where the ECDIS shifts gears from being just a navigator to being more like a watchful guardian.
Just like the captain says, the ECDIS is a diligent pilot. It's always watching, and it's programmed to have a voice. It's not going to just silently watch you drift off course into danger. No way. It will actively and loudly alert you if you start to deviate from the plan.
And it does this with two main alarms you really need to know. First, the off-track alarm. Think of this as your safety fence. If you drift too far to the left or right, beyond the safe limits you already set during planning, that alarm is going to go off. Then you've got the waypoint arrival alarm. This is basically your heads up for a turn. It gives you a warning before you need to alter course, so you've got time to get ready.
And all of this brings us to the final, and I mean the most important section. This technology is amazing. It's a game changer. But we have to be crystal clear about the relationship between the human expert on the bridge and this automated tool.
This quote right here just cuts through a really dangerous misconception. Seeing route monitoring on the screen does not mean you can just turn on the autopilot, kick back, and stop paying attention. In fact, it's the exact opposite.
It really all boils down to a clear division of labor. What's the ECDIS's job? Its job is to crunch the numbers. It's constantly answering one single question. Where is the ship relative to the plan? That's it. So what's your job as the officer? Everything else. Looking out the window, using the radar, watching for other ships to avoid collisions. Basically, assessing the messy, dynamic, real-world situation that no digital chart can ever fully capture.
So at the end of the day, what is the ECDIS? It's a decision support tool. That's the perfect phrase for it. By taking over the tedious, repetitive job of constantly plotting your position, it frees up your mental bandwidth. It supports your decisions. It does not, and it never will, make them for you. It's a partner, not a replacement. Period.
And this brings us right back to that final, powerful reminder from the captain. The technology serves the expert, but the expert is always, always in command. You are the master of the ship, not the ECDIS.
You know, this whole lesson really extends way beyond the bridge of a ship, doesn't it? As we see algorithms and automated systems piloting more and more of our world, from our cars to our careers, it leaves us with a really critical question to chew on. What is that one uniquely human skill, that ability to see the big picture, to understand context, and to assess reality, that we can never, and maybe should never, replace?